Good morning, dear students. Today we will see how we can fit the binomial distribution for a discrete series data. So far we have seen the problems related to individual series only. Now, if the problem is given in discrete form, how we can fit this binomial distribution, that we will discuss today. It is very simple. The problem is given with random variable value and with frequency. You just need to find out whether the problem given will fit in the binomial distribution or not. That's it. So here no need of deriving the new formulae, nothing like that. It is very simple. Please note down this problem. Fit a binomial distribution for the following data. So x and f. X will run from 0 to 6 and f means frequency. So corresponding frequencies also he has given. So here x means it is a random variable. So how many value it is taking? It is taking up to 6. So in the previous examples we have seen, no? So number of times the experiment is conducted. If a coin is tossed for 3 times, if 2 coins are tossed for 6 times, like that. So rather than giving the problem like that, simply he is giving x value, again maximum x value is 6. That means 6 times that experiment is performed, the trials are given. The corresponding frequencies for each random variable is also given. That is for 0 it is 5, 1 it is 18, 2 it is 28, for 3 it is 12, and for 4 it is 7, for 5 it is 6, and 6 it is 4. So total frequency is 80. So what is given here? N means number of trials, Bernoulli trials, that is 6. And N means a sigma f. We can also denote with capital N. While solving the problems of arithmetic mean, you would have come across this. There are 3 types of series: individual series, discrete series, and continuous series. And we can solve the arithmetic problems by direct method, shortcut method, and step deviation method also. So very simple formula to calculate the average or mean is sigma x by n. So where n is equal to total number of items, right? So likewise here n means in the case of discrete series means sigma f. So he has given like that. Now you can you have to find out the mean. How you will find out? Here it is there. So see. So computation of mean we have to require. X value he has given, f value he has given. Now we need to find out f into x. So 0 into 5, 0. 1 into 18, 18. Because it is fx. Okay. Next 2 into 28, 56. 3 into 12, 36. 4 into 7, 28. 5 into 6, 30. 6 into 4, 24. So total sigma fx is 192 and sigma f is 80. The formula for calculating mean in case of discrete series, x bar is equal to sigma fx by n f, that is 192 by 80, which is equal to 2.4. Now there is a mean formula for binomial distribution also. According to binomial distribution theorem, mean of a binomial distribution is equal to NP. So NP is equal to 2.4. According to theorem, it is NP. Now according to problem, what we have got? 2.4. Now NP is equal to 2.4. Now P is equal to 2. You know the N value, 2.4 divided by 6. So what you got? 0.4. What do you mean by P here? P means probability of success. So when probability of success is 0.4 and probability of failure Q is equal to 1 minus P, that is equal to 1 minus 4, which is equal to 0.6. 1 minus 0.4 is equal to 0.6. So you know the n value, you know the p value, you know the q value, and you know the r values also. R values are from 0 to 6. Whereas in the case of previous problems, you are supposed to solve only the probabilities asked by the exam. I mean, he might have you asked what is the probability of getting 0 head or 4 head or 2 tail. So you'll calculate that only. But here what you have to do means you have to calculate all the probabilities. You have to calculate P of 0, P of 1, P of 2, P of 3, P of 4, P of 5, P of 6, like that. So you know the formula. P of r is equal to NCR into P power r into Q power n minus r, where r is equal to 0 to 6. So you have to solve all the probabilities. So determination of probability that it will fall 0. So P of 0 is equal to, you know the formula, 6C naught into 0.4 whole power 0 into 0.6 whole power 6. So 6C naught, if you solve, you will get 1. It is a shortcut because NC naught is equal to 1. Likewise, 6C naught is also equal to 1. Now something to the power 0 is also 1. A power 0 is equal to 1. So with that formula, 0.4 power 0 is equal to 1. Next, 0.6 whole power 6 is equal to 0.046656. Can anyone tell me how you got this number? 0.6 whole power 6 is equal to 0.046656. Any idea? I mean, how you will get that value?
Multiplying.
How you will multiply 0.6 into 6? That's it.
Not sir. 0.6 into 0.6 into. We have to do 6 times.
Yeah, correct. So if you do, then you will get this. It is not simply 0.6 into 6. So remember, when whole power 6 is means you have to multiply that number with 6 times. So 0.046656 into 1 into 1. So the answer is same. If something is multiplied by 1, the value will be the same. Okay, it cannot change. Now you got the probability of it is happening 0, but you don't know what is the exact value. At that time you have to multiply with n. In the previous problems we have seen, no, there are 3000 families with 4 children, like that. So when you want to find out the number of families, then you have to multiply the probability with the total number of families. So when you have got that number, see here it is there. I will show you. Yeah, here. So you just got probability here as 0.09375. But what he is asking how many families are there with at least 1 by. Then you cannot say that the answer is 0.9375. Then it will be in percentages. You have to convert that percentage into number. Then what you have to do? You multiply that percentage with the number. With the number means what is the total number of families? 3000 families are there. So 3000 into 0.9375, which is equal to 2812.5. That means approximately 2812 families are there. This is the answer. The same will be conveyed here. 9390375 means 93.75% is there. But he is asking the number. Likewise, here in this case also, while fitting the binomial distribution, so we just got the probability here, that is 0.046656. But if you want the number estimated value, then you have to multiply with the total number. What is the total number of frequency here? 80. So 80 means sigma f, that is equal to capital N. So estimated value is equal to n into P of 0. What is n value here? 80 into 0.046656. So what you got? 3.73. 3.73 means approximately 4. What is this symbol known as? Can anyone tell me? This is equal to, and what is this? There are three.
Infinite.
Huh?
Infinite, sir.
0.3.
Congruence, sir.
Yeah. Who's that? Congruence, correct. So this is known
Swarna,
as
sir.
yeah, Swarna. Good. This is called congruence. Are you from mathematics background?
Yes, sir.
Okay, congruence. That means approximately 4 because we are rounding it off. This is known as congruence. But when the symbol is like E means it is belongs to, right? But it is not E. You just have to draw the third line with some curve. Next, similarly, we have to calculate P of 1 value also. So P of 1 also same. The formula is NCR into P power R into Q power R, where N is equal to 6 and R is equal to 1. So substitute that values. So 6C1 into probability of success is 0.4. So 0.4 whole power 1. And probability of failure is equal to 0.6 whole power 5. How you got that 5? N minus R. What is N minus R? 6 minus 1. So it is 5. So 6C1, if you solve the value, you will get 6. It is also a shortcut. NC1 is equal to N. So 6C1 is equal to 6. Now 0.4 whole power 1. So same 0.4 only. And 0.6 whole power 5 means 0.07776. So multiply this 0.4 into 0.07776. You will get 0.031104. So again you have to multiply that with 6. Now you will get 0.186624. So you multiply this probability with the number if you want to find out the estimated value. So estimated value is equal to N into P of 1. So 80 into 0.186624. So which is equal to 14.93. So approximately 15 you got. Next similarly P of 2 and P of 3, P of 4, P of 5, P of 6. These values also you have to calculate in this way. I have not calculated because you have to do it. And same. So P of 2, can anyone explain me? P of 2 is equal to, you just explain in this way. Swarna.
Yes, sir.
P of 2 is equal to what you will write?
Six C2
Correct.
into 0.4 whole square into 0.6 whole to the power 4.
Correct. So you have to find out that 6C2 value, again 0.4 whole square and 0.6 whole power 4. Then if you multiply, what you will get? You will get the value of 24.88, which is approximately 25. You have to simplify it, okay?
Yes, sir.
Next, Mr. Rakesh, can you explain me how you do P of 3?
Sir,
P of 3
P of 3 is nothing but 80 into C factorial 3, sir. P of 3.
No, 80, that is
So
okay, that I have written, but how you write in this way, you tell me. The mouse is rolling, no? So P of 3 is equal to how you? Please give that description.
6C3 into 0.4 factorial 3 and power
No,
of 3.
0.4 cube, not whole power, okay?
Cube, sir,
Cubed.
And 0 into 0.6 into cube minus.
No, 6 minus 3 means 3 only, cube only, same cube. So
Yes,
0.4 cubed and 0.6 cubed. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you will get the value approximately 24. Next, who will answer next? Aishwarya. P of 4. Can you describe us how you solve P of 4? Shailaja.
So
Yeah, please.
6 factorial 4 into 0.4 whole to the power of 4 into 0.6 whole square.
Okay. You name it as 6 factorial 4. Is it 64?
64, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So you will get the approximate value 11. Likewise, next who will answer? Angeline. Can you explain us how you calculate P of 5? P of 5. Can you explain us how you calculate? Harshita Agarwal. I Priyanka. Harish. Chekuri Harish. Madhuri CH. Oh, no one will answer. Okay. Sony, can you attempt? Swarna, please explain.
What, sir?
Please explain how you calculate P of 5.
Okay. P of 5 means 6C5 into 4 whole to the power 5 into 0.6 whole to the power 1.
Yeah, correct. So which is already written here and visible to you. I don't know why few people are not answering. So you have to simplify it, then you will get the value approximately equal to 3. Then P of 6. P of 6 is also 6C6 and into 0.4 whole power 6 and 0.6 whole power 0. You can also observe one trend. So first, in case of probability of success 0.4, it will start with 1. And whereas when you are ending the problem, it will go to maximum number 0.4 whole power 6. Now negative probability starts with highest number. And finally, when you are ending the problem, it will come to 0. So then the problem is closed. So now you have calculated the estimated probabilities also. So you have to fit this, whether the data is given is correct or not. You are checking it. So this kind of problems is we are checking the reliability of the numbers. So what he has given actually, so for 0, he has given 5, frequency is 5. Now when you solved it, it came 4 only. Means there is a slight difference. Now for 1, what value he has given? 18 he has given. But after solving the problem, you came to know that it is 15 only. Likewise, for 2, you find out it is 25. For 3, it is 22. For 4, it is 11. For 5, it is 3. For 6, it is 0. So these are the estimated probabilities, and total it is equal to 80 only. So when it is equal to total frequency, then the data given by the examiner or the problem is correct. You have fitted the data well. Even if it is approximately 79.7 like that, then also it is okay. You have to round it off. That is why we have taken approximate number. You cannot take this 0.33. Either it will be 0 or it will be 1. It cannot be 0.33. So numbers cannot be like that. There is no such products called 0.33. There is no either 0 product or 1 product, not 0.33 product. So totally it is equal to 80. So likewise, the problem is solved. So this is very easy, in fact, rather than applying our knowledge in the previous problems. So please go through it and solve it, and you will understand. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. So yesterday Swarna was telling, sir, I could not able to understand it properly. Now it is clear, Swarna? Swarnalata,
Sir?
is it clear now? Any doubts you have in this problem?
No, sir.
Yeah. So simply you are checking fitting the binomial distributions, means you are checking the reliability of these numbers, whether the problem given, the value given in the problem are correct or not with the solution. So in the next class, we'll discuss Poisson distribution. Okay. Please go through the notes. These notes is also you have. If you go through the notes, then you will get some doubts and you can ask me in the next class. Or else whatever I said, you have to accept. That will become. And solve the problems on binomial distribution from your textbooks or any other material. Then you will get some doubts. Then you can ask me. Simply whatever the problems we are discussing in the class, don't think that those are enough. I cannot give you the 100 examples. So most probably 3 or 4 classes for each concept. So please go through the modes, practice it, then you will get some good understanding. Okay.